What's up, guys? I'm Nobody Special, and this morning, somebody somewhere bought themselves a whole lot of silver. The price of silver jumped almost 60 cents an ounce this morning in a matter of just a few minutes. Right now, prices hovering right around an important technical level, about $23.50 an ounce. We're going to get into some of the numbers, look at just how much was bought, how much traded today, why there's so much volume all of a sudden, and we'll take a few guesses on who it might have been. Elon, was it you? You know you want it. Thank you for joining me. I'm Jack Gamble, and I'm Nobody Special. And boy, there is a shiny whale somewhere today with a whole bunch of silver, or at least a whole bunch of paper claims on silver. We don't know who it was, but he bought himself a lot of shiny this morning. The price of silver jumped almost 60 cents right around 8 o'clock this morning. It's traded a little bit back and forth today, sitting right now right around $23.50, which is a prior support level, now acting as resistance. And we don't know who bought it, but we're going to look at some of the numbers and look at what happened, see if we can't figure out what's going on in silver markets. Now, before we get into the numbers, folks, I have to ask you, could you please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell? It really helps me out, and I'd be forever in your debt. Now it is that time. We are going to shrink my big, fat melon of a head. And let's get into some of the numbers here. First of all, here's a silver quote from Yahoo Finance, currently trading at $23.51. This is as of about 2:15 p.m. Eastern Time. And there's still time in the day left, so we don't know where this is going to end at. Now, this is looking at a technical chart, and right here you can see right around 8:30 a.m., 8 a.m. this morning. Look at that big, beautiful green candle. Somebody bought themselves a whole lot of silver in a very short amount of time. Maybe we had a little bit of automatic orders, a little bit of stops or short covering might have been triggered by that. That accentuated the move. You can see we've bounced around a little bit ever since then, and right now silver's got itself a little bit of momentum again, climbing right back above that 23.50 level. That is an important technical level. And I just want to show you here, this is on the CME Group website, currently trading at 23.54. And look at this volume number, folks, 96,738 contracts traded today. Now, again, that's buys and sells, but again, to put that in perspective, at 5,000 ounces per contract, that is almost 500 million ounces worth of silver has traded back and forth on paper today, or about a half of an entire year's global silver mine production. So there is a ton of trading going on. Now, what's going on? Why that big green candle this morning? Now, I saw this on Twitter, and I haven't been able to verify this. If you guys know how to verify this, let me know in the comments down below, because I've been looking for verification. But I did see this morning, and a shout out to Brian Zarb, who sent me this link early on this morning. This is on Gold Ventures Twitter. Trade alert, long 4,000 silver futures at $22.95. Now, just to give you an idea, again, these are 5,000 troy ounce contracts, 5 of those big, beautiful 1,000-ounce good delivery bars. And somebody bought 4,000 of those contracts. That is 20 million ounces of silver bought at a price of $22.95, or right around $460 million worth of silver was bought all in a span of a couple of minutes. Folks, that is a massive move. Now, as far as individuals go, there's only a handful of individuals on the planet who have the kind of firepower required to make that big of a purchase. Elon, a guy can dream, right? Come on, Elon. I know you saw that video I did. It would really upset Jamie Dimon. I know you two aren't on the best of terms. I just throw him out there, Elon. You do what you want with him. It's your money. But hey, man, you got all that money. You just sold those Tesla shares. Why not secure yourself a lifetime supply of my favorite shiny metal? Anyways, there are not many individuals or family offices that have the kind of money required to move this amount. So chances are this was one of the banks. And, I have to throw out there the disclaimer, folks, that the banks can turn around and dump all those contracts just as fast as they bought them. So, I don't want to get anybody's hopes up and say, oh my God, this is silver squeeze again. It's finally happening. We're going to $1,000 an ounce. We've been here before, folks. Okay, so let's not get too excited about this. But this was a very big move in the morning. And there's one other story I want to draw your attention to, and this also came on Twitter, and this is from Bob Coleman, who said a very big silver buyer in Europe this morning. I don't know why he says Europe. He says this has also caused short covering. The power issues there are causing smelter shutdowns, may get worse. Now, what he's referring to is this out of control power prices and natural gas prices in Europe, which we've done a lot of coverage on that subject here on this channel in recent weeks. And that's causing a lot of metal smelters to have to shut down operations or scale back operations, because running a metal smelter is incredibly energy intensive. And right now, the power prices in Europe are just ridiculous, and these guys can't turn a profit. Well, if the metal smelters are shut down, that means there may be less silver in the pipeline, so the new inventory needed to replenish the Comex may not be on the way, or it may be coming in a lot slower than they needed to. So this could limit the supply in the coming months. And what Mr. Coleman is theorizing here is that somebody is getting out in front of that trend and buying themselves an awful lot of silver before that happens. Now, the other thing he's mentioning here is that this could be causing short coverings. And I want to remind you about that article that Ted Butler did a few weeks ago, where he suspected that there was somewhere around 800 million ounces of silver short over at Bank of America, that they leased that silver from JP Morgan and then sold it on the open market. And that would be a massive short position. So what could have happened is somebody came in and made a big buy this morning, and it set the price up moving, and that could have triggered some automated covering at some of the outfits like Bank of America, for example. Now, I also want to throw in the caveat that I'm not convinced that all the numbers in Ted Butler's article were 100%, because he basically assumed that the entire gross position reported by Bank of America was all short silver. Well, there could be some long silver contracts mixed in there, and the numbers in that report were gross positioning, means the sums of all longs and all short positions combined. So there could have been some long and some short, and also platinum and palladium are included in that mix. So I doubt that it was a full 800 million ounces short at Bank of America, but I do believe, Ted Butler, that the lion's share of that gross number was probably a net short silver position. So still, a huge silver position needs covering over at B of A. Hashtag Bofa Squeeze. And another thing I want to get into here, and I just want to remind you folks, this is courtesy of our good friend Ditch the Deep State over at the Wall Street Silver Group. And this is our most recent Comex data. Now, this data is a few days old, but I want to draw your attention right down here. Let's zoom in a little bit so everybody can see. And we have a current registered inventory at the Comex of 81,331,412 ounces, and that's as of January 11th. And again, the registered, that is your silver that is up for sale. The eligible is silver that is stored in the Comex vaults, but nobody's selling it. The price would have to go higher for any of the silver from the eligible category to hit the market. So right now, the total market, the total silver float that's out there is 81.3 million ounces. And if you take that tweet from Gold Ventures at face value, somebody this morning went out and bought 20 million ounces of this stuff in one single trade. That would be almost a full quarter of the total available inventory in the registered category at the Comex. Now, again, I just want to temper expectations here, folks. I seriously doubt somebody is going to stand for delivery on 4,000 contracts or 20 million ounces of silver. Remember, most of these contracts get settled in cash. Comex is actually under no obligation to deliver the metal. It's written into their contracts that they can force settlement in cash. So I don't want to get hopes up too much. This is not the end of the Comex, although I do believe eventually this price rigging scheme over at the Comex and over at the bullion banks will fail. And this move today certainly brings us closer to that, although I'm not convinced that this is the big one. So long story short, maybe this isn't the end of the line for Comex, but still a very good day for silver traders, and it certainly made my day to see silver up big when I opened my eyes this morning. Somebody out there, some whale, bought themselves a ton of silver, whether it was a bank or a wealthy individual, we don't know. Let's hope it was Elon. Elon, we would love it. Please come to the dark side, join the silverbacks, buy yourself that lifetime supply of silver that we know you need for those cars and all your special projects, and it would upset JP Morgan at the same time. Again, not a financial advisor, not financial advice. Do your own research, your own DD, arrive at a decision that's right for you based on your unique situation. Not that Elon Musk needs to hear that from me, but I just throw them out there. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments, who do you think was buying all that silver today? Do you think it was one of the banks? Do you think it was one of those wealthy individuals? Was it Elon? Let us know in the comments. Guys, I want to thank you for your time and thank you for watching this video. Don't forget, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell. It really helps me out. And until next time, live small and dream big.